So it says I'm supposed to let everyone know they're being recorded.
Yeah, in California, it's kind of a law.
Yeah, here too. I pushed the recording now on Skype, and I have this other thing recording, so who knows what we're going to have. I was hoping to get some of that.
I'm recording on my end, so in case my audio goes janky on here.
It sounds like you're in a cave.
You're in a cave.
I might be in a cave. I'm in a man cave.
I can't even call this a man cave.
No, you can't.
Sewing machine right next to me.
That's. I know some men that sew.
No, I don't.
I don't really.
I don't know.
I've never sewed.
You've never sewed?
I do own a Cricut though, but I do not sew.
Yeah,
I have a Cricut as well, which I'll be using.
I'll get out of some stuff, but
I'll Cricut some shit out of stuff. David, what do you use your Cricut for?
Signs. Pretty much anytime my wife decides she needs a new shirt for Valentine's Day or Christmas or I don't know, Thanksgiving or Halloween, she'll come up and, hey, I need this design made, and she'll have me like 5 shirts, and I'll just make them for her. Nice.
You have the Cricut press and stuff?
Yeah, I have I think it's an 8x10, the hand press, not the big but the one that looks like an iron kind of.
Okay. My daughter bought one, and she made my shirt, and we're gonna do. I had a bunch of shirts ordered that I have to make, but I just had some company, Vevor. And I did a video for it, which I got to post on YouTube. I already shot the video, but I had to do the unboxing video of this 15x15 press. So it comes with, it's a digital readout. You set the temperature. It's from China. Hopefully it works. I don't really know if it will, but we're going to break that out soon.
You probably got some weird new variant that hasn't even been discovered yet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, dude, I just got boosted the other day because I don't want to lose my job, and spent the last 2 days feeling like crap.
They made you get the booster.
Yeah, so the city council voted unanimously that all city employees have to get it.
Wow.
So I got it. So I got natural immunity, I got artificial immunity, and I'm probably going to get myocarditis and die.
Yeah, so, you were telling me that you didn't want to get the booster because it has an effect on your heart.
Yeah, so I mean, it's typically people kind of in my age range. I'm at kind of the tail end of that age range, but they were seeing it in males. I think 25 to 35 were coming up with this myocarditis, which affects enlarges your heart or something like that. And then both sides of my family, I've had grandparents with massive heart issues. So it's like, oh, cool. So anything where it's has to do with the heart, I kind of my ears perk up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, cool. I guess I'll die.
Well, let's hope not. But if you do I get whatever tools you have? Because if I'm giving you my domino,
my DeWalt planer and my laser, you can have my laser because I know you were kind of on the fence about it.
I need 2 planers to sit back to back so I can feed really long pieces of wood through. I'm going to go through one and then go through the other one.
Well, you can do 2 passes and just have one at a 32nd of an inch and one at 64th of an inch, and you just.
I'll take it.
You'll get no snipe.
Oh, and that's what I wanted to talk to David about.
Yeah.
We can bring it up during the regular show, but I'm doing those 3 cutting boards. So one question was, one of them that I have to do the juice groove on, I'm ready. It's perfectly flat. It's ready to be engraved. One of them came out a little tilted. So I have made a sled for the planer, which is actually just a piece of melamine.
Yeah, just a piece of melamine will work, yeah.
And then I hot glue it with a small, what do you call those things? Thank you. I was going to say a wedge, like a wedge of cheese. But put a shim under the one side, right? And then it'll plane that flat and then flip it over and plane the other side.
Right. I do something similar, but I'll use just a scrap piece of wood, and I will use some Starbond, and I will actually put it to the wood and run it through the drum sander. Because the drum sander won't take off as much material.
Okay.
You can get really light passes through there. That way your board doesn't become really thin. And once I stop hearing it hit that back corner where it's really digging in, I'll flip it over onto that melamine, and by then it'll be dead flat.
Oh, okay. So shim it, sand it, then take that piece off, then flip it over onto the melamine and feed it through the planer?
I don't even take the piece off. I'll just flip it over, and then by then that's your flat side, right? So you'll know if you're dead flat, and then I'll run it the other side through the planer because now the bottom is flat, so you got to get the top flat.
Right.
I'll run it through there, and when you're getting that top flat, that's when that little piece of wood will get removed.
Oh, taken off. Okay.
Right.
All right, cool. And the other thing was, on 2 of them, there's a little bit of snipe, like an inch in on the sides. And I don't know if I run it through if I run it through the drum sander, will that take care of that?
Absolutely, yeah. Usually,
Okay.
I DeWalt's pretty good. If I throw it in at an angle, I usually won't get that snipe as bad. But if I do get any, the drum sander will clean it up.
Okay, because I have the same planer as you, I would imagine. The 735, is it?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I've seen a lot of videos about building the sled. I've got a bunch of melamine sitting around, so I decided to make one. Now my boards are just like 12.5 inches wide. So I'm just getting it in there because it's 13 inches clearance. So I can't really go much on an angle. So
the key with the sled is you want to make sure you put a lip on it. That way when you're pushing it through, the wood's going to want to go backwards, and that lip's going to catch it. Same thing for your drum sander. So just a small piece of wood going across the back end of it, it'll act as a lip.
Okay. I used hot glue.
1x2 on mine.
1x2. I glued the board to the melamine.
I think I brad nailed mine, but yeah, whatever.
Okay. So I didn't see it shift at the time, but I'll add a little piece. I actually need to make a longer board planing sled because mine's just short enough to get the one board on it. So we'll see. All right.
My sled is like way too long. It's seriously about 3 feet long.
Oh, mine's just barely longer than the piece I'm putting on it. So because that's what I had laying around. I'm going to actually go to Menards and buy a melamine shelf, and then I'll just make a planing sled out of it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I asked
different ones, like one that's probably 22 inches and then about 3 feet. 22
inches and 3 feet, you said?
Yeah, I have 2 different ones. It just depends on what I'm running through there.
Okay. I had asked Brandon how thick his coasters are, because at some point, if I take too much material off one of the cutting boards, I'll be making coasters out of it.
Just chop it up.
So he told me 1/4 inch, right? 1/4 inch or 3/8?
No, it's usually like half
3/8?
to 3/4. But I think my 3/4 ones are a little bit.
3/4. That's huge.
It's beefy, man.
A coaster.
It's
got girth.
Yeah. It's got girth. Do you put felt on the bottom of them?
I put the little rubber stoppers.
Okay.
And then I'll actually use a Forstner bit, I forget the size. I think it's like 1/2 inch.
Okay.
And I'll put finish all over the coaster, and then once that cures and everything, I'll remove it's like maybe a 64th of an inch, like just enough to break through that stuff, and then I'll stick it directly to the wood and throw a little CA glue on there, just because I'm paranoid.
Okay. And David, do you have a tub for oil, or do you hand oil it? And what oil do you use?
I'm currently hand oiling. I did a lot of different oils. I had walrus oil and furniture butter from walrus oil. I really like that Bumbleshoots right now. It smells really good, and it does a really nice finish on it. And I just got a new one from them called Wood Serum, so I'm going to try that next, but that's what I'm using right now. I haven't done the whole dunk thing, but I probably will, just because every time somebody makes a reel, it gets like 5 million views. So I'm probably going to do the dunk.
Okay, because I know Justin over at Campfire, he does the dunk in his big tub that he keeps under his bench, and he just dunks those things. And in slow motion, it does look pretty cool. But I don't know how long. I got to ask him how long he keeps it in there and stuff. But I'm trying to find these things out as I'm making these first 3 boards.
This is just my opinion. Unless you're doing an ingrain board, I don't think you need to dunk. I think hand oiling is fine. You're going to get plenty of absorption. The only thing with the ingrain board is it just drinks it. Like before you can even spread it with your hand, it's already gone.
So that would be a good one to dunk.
I think so.
Okay. What shirt you got on there?
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead,
Dave.
Sorry. I was going to say you're I'm sorry. Now there's 3 of us.
Now it's awkward. Now we're all going to sit here and we're going to stare at each other.
So I'm going to go.
Okay. I'm going to shut up. What shirt do you have on?
Okay, I'm wearing my Cops Care Cancer Foundation shirt. That's the organization I was with during Christmas time when we drove all over the Bay Area dropping off Christmas presents to kids with cancer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. And David?
No, I was just going to say the oil is great. You're going to get a lot of good coverage on the board, but then you're going to wax it anyways, and it's going to lock it in, so you're golden either way.
All right, I have the walrus oil wax, board wax, but that's all I have right now. That's okay?
Yeah, you can make your own or use some of Brandon's. I mean,
Brandon was supposed to send me a tin.
I have some from him.
I'm sure you do. I don't.
I'll send you some. I think it was actually sitting on my bench, and I meant to send it.
Yeah.
I just forgot.
It's okay. All right. So, do you have anything else, Brandon, you want to rap about before we get to the show? No?
Yeah.
You want to talk about your team yesterday a little bit, or no? We'll talk about that in the show.
We can talk about that during the show. Look, man, that game took years off my life.
I can't wait to hear it.
That game was crazy.
Like the last 3 weeks have taken a good 3 years off.
Yeah, I bet.
Today for the Rams game, I mean, emotionally, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like anymore. So
that's how I felt during the Cowboy game when they started coming. I was like, oh God, not like this, not like this, not to Dak, not to that garbage quarterback.
Yeah, that still argument holds no weight.
What has he won?
Doesn't matter what he won.
Did you know that Joe Burrow has more playoff victories than Dak Prescott?
Here we go. I want to see their numbers, lifetime, and we can talk. Just numbers, not wins, like Super Bowl wins.
Oh, not the only thing that matters.
It's kind of what matters, though, at the end of the day.
Then everybody
Dan
should
Marino
quit.
is a great quarterback, but he will never be he'll never be on the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks because he does not have a Lombardi Trophy. No, he doesn't.
Was in the Super Bowl. And he's got all kinds of records. And he's one of the.
What happened during that Super Bowl?
He's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. So no matter that your team beat him, okay.
He's not a top 4 all-time quarterback.
Whatever.
I would put Brady, Montana, Aaron Rodgers. I'd put ahead of him.
Okay, listen.
Because Rodgers has a ring. I'm
going to prove a point to you. Okay, I'm going to say one quarterback name who's got 4 rings that doesn't deserve to be on that Mount Rushmore. Terry Bradshaw. There's my argument. He's got 4 rings, not even half the quarterback of those guys. Not even half the quarterback is Dan Marino.
Who else has more Super Bowl rings than Dan Marino? Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, there's another one. Doesn't deserve to be.
The pride of Fresno State.
So you don't have to have the championship to be one of the greatest, but whatever. I understand your argument.
You're not going to be on the Mount Rushmore.
I'm talking about just numbers.
Top
stats,
4 all time.
Percentage completion, interceptions, touchdowns, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But that's all right. We'll get into that.
Dak is not elite.
Whatever. That's cool. All right.
He agrees with me.
Well, he had to go to another quarterback, hopefully, to get him a championship because Goff wasn't.
Whatever works.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a huge
Matthew Stafford fan. They'd probably
it doesn't matter long. Yep.
I'm a huge Stafford fan. I got to watch him twice against the Bears every year. I watched him more closely, and I always felt bad for him because he's always been on shit teams. Yeah. So he's finally got a good team, and I hope he can do something with it. But I don't like to say it.
I don't. It's not this year.
I know. It's just tough. My sister's a 49er fan, so if you guys go on, I'll be happy for my sister. And you, of course.
Of course.
Of course. All right, we're going to go live in 5.